What if you stopped eating sugar forever? Right now, inside your brain, a chemical reaction is happening that looks almost identical to a person on cocaine. You didn't take a drug. You ate a spoonful of sugar this morning. In 2013, scientists scanned the brains of rats after giving them Oreo cookies. The reaction in the brain wasn't just strong, it was stronger than cocaine. Nobody told you that when you were a kid. And in the next 9 minutes, you're going to find out what happens to your body, your brain, and your personality if you never eat sugar again. Stay until the end. The part at minute 7 changes how you'll see every craving you've ever had. For decades, sugar was sold to you as harmless, a treat, a reward, nothing serious, but something else was happening the whole time. Quiet, hidden, no warning label, just a feeling you already know. Craving. That craving isn't weakness, it's engineering. Your brain built a reward loop and sugar hijacked it. So here's the real question. What happens if you shut that loop off completely? Not for a diet, not for a week, forever. The first 72 hours break the illusion. You expect willpower. What you get is withdrawal, headache, bad mood, fog behind your eyes, tired even after 8 hours of sleep. This isn't in your head. Studies show sugar restriction changes the exact same brain chemicals involved in drug withdrawal, dopamine, opioid receptors, the whole system. You're not skipping dessert. You're dismantling a system your brain built to control you, and most people quit right here. Right at the hardest 72 hours. But the ones who don't quit are about to find out something most people never discover about themselves. Week 2. Everything shifts, the fog lifts, energy stops crashing, sleep gets deeper than it's been in years. Then something strange happens. Fruit starts tasting different. A strawberry suddenly tastes almost unbearably sweet. That's not imagination. Your taste receptors are literally healing themselves. Your body was never broken. Sugar was just drowning it out the entire time. But here's the part nobody warns you about. All the moments sugar used to fill, stress, boredom, celebration, loneliness, go quiet. And that silence is loud. Sugar wasn't just food. It was tied to your memories, your rituals, your identity. Remove it, and everything it was hiding comes rushing back into view. This is the moment most people don't expect, and it's the moment that decides whether they go back or keep going. Now zoom out, because this isn't really about you. For most of human history, sugar was rare, a wild berry, a drop of honey guarded by bees. Craving it kept your ancestors alive. That instinct never updated. It didn't need to until the entire world changed around it. Now sugar hides in bread, in sauces, in drinks that don't even taste sweet. Your brain is still running ancient software in a world it was never designed for. And that raises a question most people never let themselves ask. If the craving is ancient and the sugar is everywhere, how much of your choice was ever really yours? Researchers tracking people who cut sugar long-term found consistent results. Better insulin response, less inflammation, lower risk of diabetes and fatty liver disease. Slow, quiet, but real, building the same way the damage once did, one invisible day at a time. Something changes in people who stay off sugar long enough, not just physically, in how they relate to reward itself. The craving doesn't vanish completely, but the grip loosens. That automatic hand reaching for the wrapper, you start to notice it happening instead of just watching it happen. Psychologists call this extinction, a learned habit fading once it stops paying off. But that clinical word doesn't explain what it actually feels like. Here's the part that changes everything. A life without sugar isn't just healthier. It's quieter, and quiet isn't always comfortable. Sugar didn't just sweeten your food. For a lot of people, it softened stress, sadness, boredom, loneliness. Take it away, and those feelings come back, unfiltered, exactly how they were before sugar learned to mute them. The real fight was never against sugar. It was against everything sugar was quietly covering up. Now multiply this by billions of people, same ancient wiring, same instincts, all living inside a world engineered to exploit exactly that. What looks like one person's lack of willpower is actually a civilization running an unintentional experiment on itself. One sweet, quiet decision at a time. Nobody planned this. Nobody designed it as a trap. It just happened. Old instincts colliding with a new world. Maybe this was never really about sugar. Maybe sugar was just a mirror, showing you how easily a habit repeated enough times starts to feel like who you are. You reached for it without thinking. That was the warning, the whole time. The real question was never whether you could live without sugar. It's whether you'll still recognize yourself once the noise finally stops.